Good day, here are the top stories from the Philippine News Agency. We start the newscast on this Friday with the government's tribute to the priceless dedication and perseverance of our teachers. As the nation celebrates National Teachers' Day, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. pledged several reforms that aim to improve the working conditions of Filipino educators. These reforms, he said, are part of the administration's broader efforts to uplift the education sector. Stephanie Sevillano reports.
In celebration of National Teachers' Day, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. laid out recent government efforts aimed at providing better support to our hard-working educators. He highlighted new measures that have already started to benefit the teaching community across the country. Speaking at the 2024 National Teachers' Day celebration in Quezon City, President Marcos emphasized the salary increases under Executive Order 64, which raises the pay of government employees, including teachers, and provides a 7,000 medical allowance. This initiative is expected to ease the financial burdens of educators, especially with the rising costs of healthcare.
I have also signed Executive Order number 64, which provides for an increase in government employee salaries, including that of our teachers, and delivery of medical allowance worth 7,000 pesos.
In addition to this, DepEd has issued Department Order number 5 series of 2024, which guarantees a fair distribution of teaching loads. Teachers who exceed the 6-hour classroom limit will now receive proper compensation for their additional work.
DepEd Order number 005 series 2024 was likewise issued. One of its provisions is the fair and equitable distribution of teaching load. Public school teachers will be properly compensated once they exceed the prescribed 6 hours of classroom teaching every day.
One key reform that boosted the morale of educators was the assurance that no public school teacher will retire as Teacher 1, a long-standing issue among the teaching community.
This year, I signed implementing rules and regulations for Executive Order number 174 to bring more opportunities for your career advancement and professional development. No public school teacher will be retiring as Teacher 1 anymore.
The President also mentioned the school building program aimed at offering students and teachers improved learning environments that are both comfortable and free from distractions. In addition, Marcos mentioned a family tie to teaching field, noting that his mother, former First Lady Imelda Marcos, and his wife, First Lady Luis Araneta Marcos, were both educators. Republic Act No. 10743, signed in January 2016, designates October 5 as the National Teachers' Day, recognizing the efforts of more than 862,000 public school teachers in the nation. For the Pna Headlines, I am Stephanie Sevillano.
Shifting gears now, the Sandigan Bayan has cleared Chief Presidential Legal Counsel Juan Ponce Enrile, his former Chief of Staff Gigi Reyes, and businesswoman Janet Lim Napoles in the multi-million peso plunder case tied to the pork barrel scam. Enrile, Reyes, and Napoles were accused of funneling 172.83 million pesos in kickbacks from the former Senate President's Priority Development Assistance Fund or PDAF through ghost NGOs allegedly created by Napoles. The Anti-Graft Court's Special Third Division ruled that the prosecution failed to prove their guilt beyond reasonable doubt. Enrile expressed his confidence in the outcome, stating that he always knew they would be acquitted as he believes they did nothing wrong. He also called on those who filed the charges to reflect on their actions. Enrile maintains there was no evidence showing he received any money from Napoles or prosecution witness Ruby Tuason, nor any proof linking him to the endorsement of Napoles' NGOs to various agencies. Similarly, Reyes argued that during her tenure as Enrile's Chief of Staff, she never signed any document endorsing these NGOs as recipients of his PDAF. The plunder case, which began in June 2014, has now officially concluded after a decade of legal battles. After raising concerns about possible conflicts of interest, the Commission on Elections is acting quickly to ensure the integrity of the 2025 midterm elections. St. Timothy Construction Corporation has pulled out of the Milo joint venture, a major pole technology provider in the country, due to speculations that one of its owners may participate in the upcoming polls. Comelec chairperson George Erwin Garcia says the commission would not allow the credibility of the elections to be questioned, stating that contracting partners must remain impartial. He says the Comelec presented the joint venture with two options: either STCC withdraws from the partnership, or Comelec may be forced to disqualify certain candidates due to a conflict of interest. The matter has now been referred to Comelec's law department for further evaluation. One critical aspect being reviewed is the impact of STCC's withdrawal on the remaining partners and the submission of their updated net financial contracting capacity, a key requirement in large-scale contracts. Despite STCC's exit, Milo Systems, the South Korea-based lead partner in the joint venture, reassured Comelec of its continued commitment to delivering on the contract. Garcia confirmed that Milo has already fulfilled key milestones, including the delivery of 50% of the automated counting machines and 100% of the election peripherals. Milo Systems also clarified that STCC played no role in the development of the automated counting machines, stating that their withdrawal would not hinder preparations for the midterm elections. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. is in Batanes today to ensure the swift delivery of assistance for residents affected by Super Typhoon Julian. During the distribution of government aid at the Oval Plaza in Basco Town, Marcos announced that the Office of the President is providing 25 million pesos in financial assistance to the affected residents. He also says the Office of House Speaker Martin Romualdez is set to release about 15 million pesos for the victims. Meanwhile, the Office of Civil Defense gave away 40,000 kilos of rice or 10 kilos of rice each to 4,000 beneficiaries. The Department of Social Welfare and Development distributed 3,000 pesos each to 200 recipients of its Ayuda para sa Kapos ang Kita program. The provincial government of Batanes also handed over 800 pieces of galvanized iron sheets and 800 pieces of lumber to residents whose houses were damaged. Marcos says the national government has sent about 14,000 food packs for the affected families in Batanes, with an additional 14,000 food packs coming in soon. Batanes was placed under a state of calamity on Tuesday as the super typhoon left massive damage, affecting over 7,000 families in the province. Taal Volcano is now being observed for increasing unrest as the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, or PHIVOLCS, reports 2 phreatic eruptions occurring within the past 24 hours. In its latest bulletin, PHIVOLCS said the eruption lasted for up to 2 minutes. The volcano emitted 3,276 tons of sulfur dioxide as well as moderated plumes of up to 2,000 meters high, which drifted to the north, northeast, and southwest. The main crater lake exhibited an upwelling of hot volcanic fluids along with fog or volcanic smog in the area. A long-term deflation of the Taal caldera as well as short-term inflation of the northern and southeastern flanks of Taal Volcano Island were also observed. No volcanic earthquake was recorded. On Wednesday, the volcano had a phreatomagmatic eruption which was caused by the contact of magma with water. Alert level 1 remains over Taal, which means the volcano is still in abnormal condition and could show further eruptive activity. PHIVOLCS reminds the public not to approach Taal Volcano Island or the permanent danger zone, especially the vicinity of the main crater and the Daang Castilla fissure. And that's the latest and the biggest stories on the PNA headlines. For more news updates, visit our website pna.gov.ph, our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The PNA Headlines is also streamed via the Servicio Facebook page. You may also watch the PNA Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under PNA News. It's 82 days before Christmas. I'm Bench Bondok. This is the PNA Headlines, bringing stories that unite the nation.